In this video, we're going to be looking at the top indie games released on Steam last week from May 23rd to the 30th. Whether you're interested to find new indie games or to do some market research, we're going to look at all the Steam games that had over 250 reviews and had positive ratings. First one up is Auto Rogue, which pretty much is exactly what it sounds like. It's an auto battler where you combine a bunch of different skills and abilities to, craft new ones. Then after that, all you do is you watch back and see how it played out, and I'm assuming there's a lot of deep strategy and progression there as well, combining skills, but the battle, you're just sitting back and watching. At the time of this, it has 262 reviews with a 93% positive rating, and it's 15% off for a sale price of $5.94. Up next is A Nice Day for Fishing, which if you watch the trailer, you might recognize these guys. They have a huge YouTube channel called Viva La Dirt League. This is their logo if you've never seen it before. They do some hilarious sketches on video games. Mostly they've done other stuff as well, but now they're making their first video game. So far it has 305 reviews, 93% of them positive. So it's a fishing game, obviously based by the title, but it looks like there is a lot more to that. People have said they've integrated a lot of goofy and funny dialogue that relates to their skits, as you guys can see them playing out here. It looks like a lot of different environments and some spooky fishing even. A lot of different crafting, upgrading, purchasing things. Even maybe potential bosses here, it looks like. So definitely not just a standard fishing game. Lots of deep mechanics there as well. And people seem to be eating it up on Steam. Really intrigued to see if these guys can sell more copies. 305 reviews is a good start for an indie game. But with how big their channel is, I wonder if they're able to push their socials more to sell even more copies. Next up is Miscrit's World of Creatures, which has 323 reviews and 92% of them are positive. I guess this was a 2011 Facebook game. I had never heard of it, but apparently they've updated it, made some improvements, and brought back some of the old school nostalgia. Looks like a creature collector where you can train them up, level them up, collect them all, right? But my guess is if you didn't play this game originally, it's probably not going to be a super popular game, more riding on the hopes of nostalgia for a lot of players, as you can see a lot of the reviews are talking about old times coming back, the best casual game out there. Huge nostalgia wave. Next up is Coin Push RPG, which got 325 reviews, 77% of them positive. Looks like a mix between if you ever played those coin push machines in an arcade with a combination of a semi-idle RPG. At first I thought this was just kind of a jackpot slots game, but I guess there is some different attacks, upgrades, and there's more progression and mechanics, even skill trees within it. So even though they have a simple idea of just, the coin push machine, they've added a lot more in-depth mechanics to it. Has some positive reviews. I think a lot of the negative reviews are potentially from translation errors that I've seen. A lot of people saying they probably used AI to translate it. So to me, it looks like more a game that would be successful on mobile devices, but I could also see playing this potentially on a Steam Deck. After that, we got Garden of Witches that got 384 reviews at 95%. This is an action roguelike. It's a mixture of cute, but also more of that gothic style. It makes me think of Monster Prom. But according to the reviews, even though it's more of that cute, cozy vibe, I would say, a lot of them are saying it's actually quite difficult and more geared to people who like the action roguelike and having those intense battles. You can see some of the bosses there. So, typically I wouldn't put those vibes together of the cute, cozy mixed with the intense action roguelike, but I guess for them, it's working well so far. Next up is Soul Sesto with 442 reviews, 96 of them positive. This one looked really intriguing to me. Definitely a unique art style that's hard to compare to others. And they have this idea of a roguelite, which is based on a 4x4 grid. You can see here you're picking out different rooms, and it sounds like a lot of it is luck based, but there's also some skills in choosing. You can, as you saw there, disable all the traps, send your guy down a certain row or column of the grid, and if you have better stats, you're going to stat check them and beat them. So it sounds a lot more strategy, not necessarily the action side of roguelike. But I thought the interesting mixture between the tactics and the puzzle-based roguelite is a fun idea. And right now it's 30% off for $8.39 in the US. It's still in early access, but a lot of people are giving it positive reviews, saying that hopefully there's more content as there's only a couple hours to play through right now. But some people are saying this is a great $10 purchase. Then we have Kabuto Park, which is a bug collecting game. 460 reviews, 100% of them positive. And I actually saw the creators on TikTok earlier this week and thought it was a cool idea. And so it's good to see their launch going well so far. You collect bugs and then it looks like you use cards and abilities and mana. So it looks like you're more so trying to use your abilities to push the bugs off the platform rather than turn-based things. So I'm guessing the combat mechanics aren't going to be super in-depth here, but it looks like there's upgrades, there's levels, there's things to buy in the shop. It's got really cool graphics, and honestly, this is kind of the perfect indie game, I think, for someone making their first game. It's only a couple hours long. It's $5, 20% off now for $4, and people are absolutely loving it if you're into a cozy collector game. Most people are saying they're 100%ing it in about 3 to 4 hours, but for a $4 game, that still could be worth it. And hopefully this encourages the creators to make even more indie games because this is a great start. Next up, we have Tinkerlands with 774 reviews, 84% of them being positive. This is a open world survival craft. A lot of people are already giving it nods to Terraria, or Terraria, however you say it, and Necess. So far, the reviews are saying there's not a whole lot of new ideas, but what the game does well for its genre, it does well in a lot of those areas. Will it be able to compete with some of those larger survival crafting games in this style? I don't know if it's going to get to those heights, but hey, that's a great start for an indie Steam game. Proud of them so far. And it's only in early access, so let's see how far this gets. But a great game if you're looking to also pair up with friends as it goes up to 4 players. And then the last release of the week, Nine Kings, is just knocking it out of the park. 3,504 reviews so far, with 92% of them being positive. This is a roguelike deck builder, but it's more of a kingdom city builder. And the more and more you build, the bigger and massive battles that you get. So honestly, I think it's a really cool concept between city builder, management, roguelike, deck builders. It has all those elements that I think really work well on Steam the audience loves. And that's why in early access, I would say it's doing pretty well already. $14.99, 35% off for $9.74. Those are the top released Steam games from this last week. Tell me what you guys think about these games, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.